One thing that I see as like a theme throughout many parts of the album is the gift of coming before God as siblings, sisters, as brothers, as well as the gift of coming before God as individuals. Let's just decide what we're gonna do with that riff.
I'll say, Tammy, you can do whatever. You can fill it with the sound, fill it with the phrase, fill it with the. Okay.
I find that I actually get more meaning the more, like, I get more meaning in the song over time. So like that simple like refrain that we begin with, as brother, translated as brothers and sisters, we gather in your presence, or as siblings we gather in your presence. I found even recently, like, I was thinking about that, and I was like, sure, you know what that invites us into. So we're saying we're coming before God, right, in the presence of God, and we're saying I have a neighbor, which I think, in light of like God's commands to love our neighbor as we love ourselves, that acknowledgement that when I come before God, I don't just come with my eyes closed, and it's not just me and God, but I come with my eyes open, knowing, sister, brother, knowing that I have fellow siblings.
Is that enough?
That's way too little. I remember the first time I heard the song, was First Friday, and I think reflecting on the day, one of the, I think Rashid, you mentioned, it's just that idea of not, going into a space, closing our eyes, and then and saying, it's all about me and God, but going into a space and realizing that actually it's not just about me, it's about the community that I'm a part of in this moment, in this time. In reality, a part of song worship is not just about ourselves, but it's about the community that we're a part of, and it's so important for us to be able to open our eyes and actually be like, okay, cool. I'm not here alone. I'm here with people. I can encourage people.
Also, the nature of Pursuit is that we were able to kind of to grow family and community before we worked on a project necessarily. And what I really enjoyed about the process is that the contributions and the thinking about music, for me at least, came from the fact that we are community and not that we're trying to portray a specific thing. It's just that we bring what we think is liquor to this community in the process of songwriting and music creation. Yeah.
Do you have any lines or lyrics? I never really listened. It was at 2 a.m.
Wow, crazy.
I was sleeping and then I was like, pews, and then God, and then I was like, you are good, not only to those who sit in pews, but you, I don't know, I don't want to go, you are good. Sounds like it. You are good, I'm good, you are good, not wrong. only. Yeah. You are good, not only for the. Ooh, I like that triplet. Yeah. Part of what led us to writing in the way that we wrote in margins is asking the question, what do we mean when we say you are good?
Yeah. And also the line after that, you are good not only for all that's me and mine. I love that. Like when the majority of songs that we sing in church are I love you, you fill me up, like me and mine kind of things, which again, like I was saying, it's not that that's not invalid, it's just let's have a complete picture of siblings, brothers and sisters. So in that you are good, it's not saying you're not good for me and mine, but it's saying not only for all that's me and mine.
Yeah. You are good not only for those who sit in pews.
That was Duck Americans.
Is it only?
Listen to this.
Duck American. You are good not only for Rashid. Only? Rashid is just playing that because he wanted to make fun of me. How do you say only?
Only, not only.
There's a part where we sing about a God of justice. You are a God of justice. Your goodness
Is for all.
is for all. Which I also kind of feel like it also speaks to a theological formation of who God is for. God is for all of us, and so that's something that is felt. And if God is for us all, what does that mean then? For the way that we live, the way that we treat each other. There's this almost temptation to want to do the different thing for the sake of wanting to be different. And I wanted to just maybe ground the invitation to difference not with that purpose in mind, but just to literally, if you go into text, to ground us into, for example, when goodness was preached of, or good news was preached, I think about Isaiah 61, or Jesus, reading from the scroll, the Spirit of the Lord is upon me, for He has anointed me to bring good news to the poor. And so there's this naming of the poor, or which I think encapsulates in a sense like the margins, right? And so all that to say is, it's not necessarily trying to tell a story just because it's different, but just intentionally just fleshing out what is good news, and what does it mean to have good news for the poor, and who are the poor. But there is a literal invitation for us to participate with God in bringing good news, and that's very tangible. What is this for, Rashid? Cool.
Okay. The glory.
I agree with the glory. This light, by the way, has been with us. This is like proper Pursuit member right here.
Oh yeah, I heard about the lights in the studio actually.
You are good not only for those who sit in pews. Your glory shines through those who worship